You know, the Negro Leagues started in Kansas City, right? And that the league lasted 4 decades. But did you know there were 3 women players? At a time our nation's pastime separated black from white, the Negro Leagues had women players.
They could fill a void. If a player was absent, they filled the bill.
Toni Stone, she played for the Kansas City Monarchs.
I think she would have been the constant learner. She really took advantage of learning from the best. Anything from learning how to stand and hit from Jackie Robinson to learning the nuances of the game.
Toni Stone was the first woman to play professional baseball in the Negro Leagues. She was a second baseman, and she played for the Indianapolis Clowns and then later for the legendary Kansas City Monarchs. And in fact, when a guy by the name of Henry Aaron moved from the Negro League to the majors, she replaced him as the star infielder for the Indianapolis Clowns. And she played with people like Satchel Paige, Ernie Banks, Willie Mays, Buck O'Neill. Lots of people know Buck O'Neill as the later became the coach of the Chicago Cubs, but a much beloved figure in baseball. Before she got to that position, she had barnstormed around the United States with a variety of teams, including a team called the San Francisco Sea Lions and the New Orleans Creoles. She was born in St. Paul. She spent most of her adult life in the Bay Area of Oakland and San Francisco. She said, "I love my San Francisco." I think if Toni Stone were around today, she would be rooting for the Giants. Baseball historians call her the best baseball player you've never heard of. And sometimes they also call her the female Jackie Robinson. One time in the 1953 season, playing in the Negro League, she batted .364, 4th in the league behind Ernie Banks. People often ask me what kind of a baseball player she was. She was scrappy, she was determined. I think her story says a lot about persistence and heart, but she was also a great baseball player.
Well, folks didn't want to play no sports, you know, no baseball. It's sort of a disgrace, you know, but I didn't care.
Before the Civil Rights Movement, before the Women's Liberation Movement, long before Title IX, Toni Stone was fighting for the right simply to make a life in the game she loved. In the still segregated United States of the 1950s, Stone was doubly discriminated against, by whites because she was African American, and by her fellow players because she was a woman.
Boys teased her, they called her names, but when she started helping them win games, I think that's when she won them over. People who watched her play that said they didn't even know that she was a girl. She tucked her hair up underneath her cap. She kind of held herself in a way with a confidence that they hadn't seen.
A lot of the guys did not like the fact that she was out there. So she had to pretend that she was a man almost. You got to remember, she was on a bus with these guys for long periods of the time, so she had to do what they did. She really could not let the guys see her weaknesses. She had to be a very strong, dominant type of person in order to gain their respect.
The Indianapolis Clowns of the Negro American Baseball League present one of the most unusual rosters in baseball. In addition to carrying 2 real clowns with the team, the Indianapolis Nine is bolstered by a feminine touch at the second base position. Miss Toni Stone, a 23-year-old, is the first woman ever to perform in the NAL.
Toni knew that she was being used as a gate attraction, but she thought it was the best chance she would ever get to do what she loved. She knew it was one imperfect chance to live her dream, and she took it.
I'll sum it this way: live a dream. Women got just as right living a dream as a boy. When the roll is called up yonder, I want to play baseball.